get to at all. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do to hunt these big mature whitetail. You got to go where they're at and where everybody else isn't. This is the pickers right here that we've been walking through, just nasty. I'm gonna start crying. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Lord.
Well, here we go. It is the morning of the youth hunt. We're at the hotel just getting packed up. Little man's all ready to rock, all showered up. So it's a little bit warm. It's gonna be like 82 degrees today. Just hoping the deer move pretty good and we're gonna go out and have some fun. So we got in the blind, got all set up. We had a couple does moving early, and then it took a few hours. It took till almost 10 o'clock, and all of a sudden a nice 4-pointer steps in. Scrambling in the blind, trying to get the crossbow up, and the safety will not come off. We finally get the safety off, and the crossbow won't fire. We get the crossbow up on him the second time, get on him, and it just doesn't go off. We just had a crazy encounter. We had a nice 4 or 5 point come in, got the crossbow up, got the cameras on, and the crossbow wouldn't fire. So we tried to jam the bolt in a little bit more. We thought that was it. It just wasn't seated right. We got the crossbow up on the buck again, wouldn't fire again. We tried a few more times, and finally the buck ended up just moving off. We figured out the knocker on their bolt was spun, so human error definitely just cost us a buck, but we got a lot more day left, so we're can sit it out. I know he wants one.
I want to shout out my dad for making these arrows. They're custom made because he spent all of his time of not practicing for his test for my crossbow and for me, for my youth hunt. Thank you.
Good job, buddy. Well, it's been a long day in the blind. It's about 5:30. We had a nice 4-point come in this morning at 10 o'clock. The crossbow malfunctioned, it wouldn't fire. He had all the shots in the world, it wouldn't fire. Sitting here all day, we haven't gotten out of the blind. Finally, it's like 5:30, had a doe and a small buck come in, and I was on the doe. I couldn't get around the window and when he shot, so we can see the crossbow bolt laying out there. It's stuck in the ground funny, so he hit something, but we're gonna give it a little bit of time, go check and see what the blood looks like. But first one, buddy, good job. I'm so proud of you.
I crawled out of here and I checked the arrow and no blood on it. There is a couple white hairs, so I think what's happened is he hit low, hit the bottom of the brisket and just angled down the ground. But like I said, there's 2 white hairs in it, so we have to do our diligence. We have to go look, make sure he didn't kill this deer.
It's been a long, tough day on, but this guy's done awesome. He hasn't given up. 2 opportunities that got away from us, and he still grinded, wanted to sit somewhere else, so we made a move. Saw 2 bucks and another doe. Got about 45 minutes left, so we're gonna sit it out.
3 bucks.
3 bucks and a doe, and we're gonna sit it out and see what happens.
After tracking the buck that he was able to shoot at, he did not want to give up, so he decided to make another move, went to another spot, and immediately started having deer pouring out in the field. After a few bucks started walking by, a lone doe came out, and she started working her way away from us, and he wanted to put a stalk on her.
Slow.
I truly agreed to stalk the deer because I kind of figured we were going to blow her out of the field and we'd be able to end the day on that note and come back the next day to hunt again. But he was determined to get his first deer and he started stalking. The incredible part of the stalk is this is his first deer hunt. He's never stalked before, and he's giving me hand signals on which line of the crossbow to shoot.
Stop her.
Meh, meh, meh. Well, we're gonna add to the craziest day of hunting ever. As you'll see, Matthew and I had, we moved spots and then had a couple more bucks come out. And then we were about to get out of the blind and call it a day, and another doe came out, and he's like, let's see what happens. And she kind of started working her way away from us, and then he kind of wanted to go put a stalk on her. So 150 yards in a wide open field, wide open cut wheat field, put a stalker on her and got a shot. We got good blood, had to run out, grab some more flashlights, but we're gonna go back and hopefully scoop her up. Well, it's dark. It's been one heck of a day. It's been by far one of the most crazy days of deer hunting I've ever had, and I've been hunting for over 20 years. We just got my nephew's doe, his first doe at 9 years old on the youth hunt. We made a 200-yard stalk on this deer in an open field, and he got it done, which is, today's just insane. I can't even describe how excited I am, how awesome this was, and I can't wait till for next year.
The first couple days of hunting, we had a lot of deer in bow range, but I was holding out for a decent buck. On the third day, when we were heading out, there was a big storm coming in, and it was extremely windy and rainy. My boot is full of water.
Just sat through a complete monsoon, probably one of the craziest ones I've ever been in. I am soaked from head to toe. We're both soaked head to toe. I didn't know it was gonna be that intense, but we ended up climbing down. This tree was bending over. This tree's dead in the first place, so we didn't want to really be in the tree, but deer were moving. We saw a couple deer moving through these woods. And this rain is stopping. And this is the key to being successful, is getting in here in the rain, getting in here, getting set up, and when this shit goes over, these deer are gonna move. I would bet you we're either gonna see a shooter buck tonight, or we're gonna get an arrow in one. That was kind of fun. It's soaked, but it's fun. Here we go. Looked like you hit him good, babe. I swear to God. You shot me like 5 yards. You shot your first deer.
Oh, I think he just went down.
He just went down?
I think he just went down. He just went down over there.
Babe, you shot your first deer.
Whoa.
This camera's so...
I'm like, I don't really know what to think right now.
Oh my gosh, how cool is that? He was at like...
That has happened like so fast though, like I don't even know.
He was at like 10 yards. Maybe close. I thought he was gonna come underneath us.
Well, I'm like, he came in like at like 30, and then I was like, he was walking so fast, and I was like, okay, stop him. And then as soon as he got past this branch, and then because I have so many sticks on this right side of me, when he was by this big branch, I thought he was still under there. So when I scooted past all these sticks, he's like right below me. So I was like, so then he like come to this at like, I don't know, 10 yards, turn around, went back the other way, so then I had to turn again.
Oh my gosh. I think he drilled him. It looked like he drilled him. We'll have to watch the video.
I'm scared.
It looked like a good hit. I was in the camera. I wasn't looking in real life. I was just...
I mean,
It looked good. It looked like it was right at the heart. I mean, literally, it looked like full pass through.
I know. I can see my arrow right there.
Let's watch the video before we get too pumped.
Okay. I mean, it's bloody. Can I pick it up?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay.
What's that? I mean, that is a heart shot if I've ever seen one. Yeah. That's your first buck right there, babe.
That's so cool.
You saw him go down? Yeah, what are we, 40 or 50 yards from the stand?
Yeah, because he was only like, what, 10 yards when I shot him?
Yeah.
And then he literally circled like behind us, and I watched him go down, like when you were talking to me. And I was like, he just went down. I think you thought he was lying. Like, no, he just did.
I didn't think you were lying. It's just, oh. What do you think?
I don't know what to think. I'm kind of in shock. I can't actually believe I shot one.
You just shot your first buck in Missouri.
Yeah, my first deer.
It's awesome, babe. You made an awesome shot. Look at that. Smoked his heart. I mean, he ran, what, 40 yards tops.
Yeah.
Got it done in September. Your first deer ever in Missouri. Cheesing. I'm so proud of you. It's an awesome deer. Love you.
And honestly, this is the biggest mistake I've ever made, so I'm going to explain it. I called and didn't hit it, so I just want to make sure that was okay. Thank you so much for all your help. I really appreciate it. And again, I'm sorry, and it was a huge lesson learned. Well, I thank you so much for all the help. Alright, have a great day. Well, just called the Michigan DNR, and again, I made a huge error. I was under the impression during the youth hunt, if you were bow hunting, that you did not have to wear orange. You only had to wear it if you were using gun. But after last night, I was reading the rules. During the liberty hunt and the early doe hunt, you have to wear orange no matter what weapon you are using. Luckily, the DNR is not going to fine me or take any more further action, but they just said use this as a learning lesson and do not do it again.